Howdy folks, Little John in the brewery, and I'm bottling and kegging the partial extract Southern Star Dorado brew, which I did last week. This is the brew that was suggested by Kev Bristol from the Hopping Mechanism, and he supplied the hops that he'd supplied me previously. We done a deal with, he gave me some good price on some Breeze extracts. So we knocked it up with a little bit of grain from Lazy Days Brewing, thanks Mick Woodford. So I will stick a link up to the brew day. So before I get on with this any further, big shout out to Little John's Patrons. Thank you guys, your support is very much appreciated, as always. Anybody else, if you're watching and you aren't subscribed to Little John, hit the subscribe button down there in the corner. Come along for the ride. Now, this is the quickest turnover I've had on a beer in quite a long time. Now I haven't checked the actual numbers, but I'm pretty sure that I did this one last Thursday. Today's Thursday, and I'm very confident I did this one last Thursday. So it's been a week, and we're getting into the bottom. Now, I said that's very quick for me, and to some degree goes against my normal, lot of stuff I've recommended over time. But again, as always, this is the Fermzilla. This is my first brew with the actual Fermzilla. I've used the all-rounder for my previous pressure ferments. It's gone alright. It's held pressure. I did have problems with the spunding valve, where it wasn't holding pressure. I changed my valves from the all-rounder to the Fermzilla, and it seemed to be fine. And suddenly the valve started working on the all-rounder as well, holding pressure. So I don't know what happened there. But anyway, may have been just enough to reseat whatever wasn't seated, the moving around and the jiggling. But it's happened. So 7 days, and I think big part of that is because the Nottingham ferment at 20 degrees just ripped through real quick, and I was able to dry hop on day 3. I was thinking I have to wait to day 4, but I'm pretty sure it was day 3. Yeah, day 3. After 3 days I dry hopped for 2 days, pulled it back out, and I've cold crashed for 2. Probably a fraction under 2, probably like a day and 3/4. But it's good. It's looking nice and clear. So I've already taken the keg off, and the main reason for this doing the video is because I've discussed this on previous videos and on lives that I haven't actually bottled from the fermenter. I've only bottled from the keg. I've done the transfer to keg and then bottled from there. So I thought, well, today's the day. I've got 3 beers to keg/bottle today. This fella and the 2 half batches of the beer makers, the lager experiments anyway, the kit experiments. So they're going on today as well. One of those will go in a bottle. Normal old school method with the filling tube and carb drops. The other batch will go straight into bottles, same as this. So given I haven't done a video with the filling from the bottle, we'd give it a go. And reality is, I'm set up exactly the same as I would from a keg. I've got gas into the fermenter, into the Fermzilla at about 2-3 psi, and we're running off the siphon tube. Now, I'm pretty confident. I'm looking like I've got decent carbonation in these bottles. it was around 14 psi when I cold crashed. It's now down to about 7, but either way, I'm pretty confident I've got good carbonation. And that was part of the reason why I've been going from the fermenter to the keg. I was a bit concerned about whether I was going to have enough carbonation from the ferment and the cold crash, and it certainly seemed I would. Got the sample here for a hydro. It's been sitting now for a good 15-20 minutes, probably 15 minutes. It's still forming ahead, and there's plenty of gas bubbles still flowing out of that. So I'm very comfortable and confident that I've got more than enough carbonation in here to be satisfactory. And it's filling every bit as easily as out of the keg. And actually, if anything, it's probably a little bit less foam building up. First bottle was a bit foamy. This one's, they're getting a little bit better. And on that note, these bottles haven't been chilled. These are straight out of a bloody straight at room temperature. So where previously I sort of tried to make sure the bottles were nice and cold to help avoid any extra frothing. I haven't done that, and there's not an issue. They're flowing perfectly fine, so that's a bonus. So I'm just going to keep on going through here. I had 12 litres left in the Fermzilla after filling the keg. I've got what would appear to be just a fraction over 2 litres in trub in the bottom. So that gives me close enough to 10 litres. I've got essentially a carton of bottles, so they will fill pretty much without any problem. Might miss out on one maybe, but I think we're looking good. I don't think there's any real issue. So I said this is that extract. This is basically a pale ale. Mainly all Dorado. It's a bit of that southern stuff. Again, this is more just looking at the that partial process. So I'll be probably doing a taster on this one next week. I'll get this one, as I got on the keg, I'll get the keg on gas for a week at serving pressure. I said I think it's pretty good anyway, but I'll give it. I'm just gonna, because it is because it's only had a week. I really don't know how green it's going to be. I will. I've got the sample there, which I'll have a taste on, so I'll get a bit of an idea how it's come up so far. But I'll give it a week on the keg and on the gas just to de-green a little bit, for want of any better expression, just to be sure that. Give it a decent chance to settle. I mean, being extract, I don't expect it's going to be perfectly, drinkable after 7 days. So we'll see how we go. But anyway, so this next week, maybe in the next week we'll have a tasting video on this one. So, but anyway, I'm going to keep going here. Rack off and let this go, just a short one. So, as always, again, thanks everybody for your support. Just lost all gas pressure. I heard a leak, and I've now got no gas pressure. Why? Why? Keg is got pressure. Maybe the valve just, maybe the diaphragm just slipped a little. You can't see it from where the camera is, but I actually haven't got a long enough hose from a junction from the gas bottle to the actual disconnect on the Fermzilla, and I think that's putting pressure on the connector into the bottom of the rig, and I think that's where, just here and there, it's sort of not quite gripping and it's leaking from there. That's where it sounded to be coming from. Anyway, I'll gas back again, so push on with this one. So that's it. Cheers guys, thank you very much. So I look forward to seeing you on the next video. There's a couple of brews coming up today. And I'll be refilling this Fermzilla, and I'll be getting the other stuff going as well. So yeah, keep your eyes out, plenty coming. So that's me for now. So until I see you again, we're brewing beer, we're drinking beer, talking beer, good brewing. It's 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm not drinking yet. I'll be drinking by the time I bottle the other batch. Cheers guys.